Alright, day one, installing the On3 70mm turbo system in a 2008 GMC Sierra. Start out with showing you what the under the hood looks like before I start taking anything apart. Here we go. So this is just the factory setup: battery, coolant tank, air box. Here is the passenger side compartment. That's where the turbo will eventually sit. Let's come around here to the driver's side. Let's take a look at the factory setup. Okay. Alright. So the next time I shoot a video, this will look very, very different. Okay, about 6 hours into the project, I'll give you an update on what's going on so far. The first thing I did is I pulled off the Y pipe, got that out of there. An interesting note, at least the way that I did it, since I couldn't get my truck up high enough off the ground to manipulate this Y pipe, I had to cut it to get it out. I had to cut it in two places with a hacksaw, one being here and the other being here. It will be self-evident where you need to cut that if you do this project. So you'll notice the tire's off, the wheel well is sitting over there. If you take that out, you have pretty easy access to the passenger side manifold. So you can pull that off, replace the manifold, replace the spark plugs. I highly recommend pulling the manifold, putting your spark plugs in before you put the new header on, because it's almost impossible to replace the spark plugs with that header on. There's the bottom view of the turbo. Let's take a look at the top here. Engine compartment looks quite different. As you can see, this is the passenger side still that we're working on. Coolant tank is gone, air cleaner is gone, all the air, the intake has been removed. Got the main butterfly valve right behind this piece of tape that I put on here to keep moisture out. You can see that right there. So it's going well. I'm going to continue on with the hot side, and I will give you an update when I have more parts on. Project is about 98% done. Took it out for a spin last night. Got it up to about 14-15 pounds of boost. Everything held together, so that's good. So I'll show you what it looks like. For starters, here's a shot of the grill. Here's the intercooler. Had to move the oil cooler to right here. If you order this kit from On3, you'll see in their instructions how they recommend to put it there. The only difference that I did is I made some brackets. I made a bracket here, here, and here. The kit from On3 comes with the brackets for the lower bolts of the intercooler, but I wanted to go ahead and bolt to the top as well. So the bracket that the oil cooler was originally attached to on the truck, I had to pull that out for all this to fit, and I just cut it up and made more brackets out of it to put here. So let's take a peek under the hood. So On3 recommends that you delete the overflow tank. I just turned it about 90 degrees and stuck it back in. It works just fine. It looks kind of ghetto, but it works. There's the turbo sitting underneath a cheap turbo blanket I bought from Amazon. You can see where I had to reroute the heater hoses here. Let's see, here we got the blow off of the wastegate, the downpipe for that. There's the blow off valve. Fuel pressure regulator, I found it easiest to put it right here. So the fuel intake comes in here from the stock hose. It feeds into the front of a set of fuel rails that I bought, and then goes back and around the engine, back to this side, and then here's the return line going back to the fuel tank. One thing that I chose to do that widely varied from the On3 instructions is I kept the mass airflow sensor, so I had to cut the intake pipe and put the mass airflow sensor in here. This is an aftermarket mass airflow sensor tube and an upgraded mass airflow sensor, but everything works, and it works pretty well. So that's what it looks like under the hood. I can't really give you too many shots of the exhaust side because I can't get my truck up on a lift, and shooting video while laying on my back doesn't really work. So that's what it looks like. I like the kit. It's a lot of fun. and my truck is way more perky now. So if you decide to do this, good luck with you. It's pretty straightforward. Good luck.